Hello everyone, I'm Cloud and welcome to Anime No Mi. Today, following the One Piece videos, we will talk about Luffy's evolution. Training is essential for a character to learn a skill concept and be able to use new powers. As Luffy and the Straw Hat Pirates continue to sail across the vast sea to find the One Piece treasure, he encounters people who teach them new skills or techniques for them to evolve their powers. This allows the Straw Hat Pirates to become even more powerful to be able to face the dangers that lie ahead, as well as allowing the characters to adapt these skill concepts however they want, even managing to invent a technique or skills in which they can be much more powerful than the original. Luffy learns different techniques with various characters throughout his story. In today's video we will talk about Luffy's training, what he learned during them, what skills he gained because of his trainers and what they taught him, and which characters in the future could teach Luffy a new technique or skill. Hope you can help us by leaving your like in the video to support the channel. I also hope you subscribe if you are still new here and leave your comments saying your opinion and what are the next videos you want to see here on the channel. Now let's go to the video. Guys, Luffy is currently very strong, able to face even a Yonko, and this was only possible because of his long training and combat experiences. But his strength is not yet great enough to face the dangers that are yet to come. As we have seen, it took two pirates of the worst generation to defeat Big Mom, namely Kid and Law, and it was also necessary for them to use the power of their awakened fruits, which took their bodies to the limit. Remembering that many things happened that influenced Big Mom's defeat, because if this battle had happened in other circumstances, Law and Kid's defeat would be inevitable. Even though Law and Kid did great damage to Big Mom's body with their awakened devil fruits, we have to remember that she had fought several powerful pirates before, so she was already very tired at this point. Law and Kid were also only able to defeat her because of the explosion she herself triggered, as well as falling off Onigashima, which was very far from the ground, causing it to cause a huge explosion that resulted in her defeat. Likewise, it would also be difficult for Luffy to be able to defeat Kaido alone, as he seems to have even greater resistance than Big Mom, making him exhausted, or also trying to throw him from above Onigashima would not be enough to defeat him. Also, it has already been said in the manga that Kaido is very tired as he was using the devil fruit powers to keep Onigashima flying, as well as having fought Luffy and several enemies. Even if he is reaching the level of a Yonko, that still might not be enough. He still needs training, a training in which he can learn a new concept of technique using haki or something similar. But before that, it is necessary that an experienced character appears to introduce us to this new technique, explaining correctly how this new power works and how Luffy will be able to obtain it, just as Rayleigh explained to us about the concept of haki. This character could be the pirate who inspired Luffy to start his journey, Shanks. Who else could teach Luffy to get the power needed to defeat a Yonko? After all, he is also one of the emperors. Shanks is the most qualified to teach Luffy new skills. His strength and haki are among the most powerful, as he uses these two techniques to defeat any enemy. But before we start talking about the techniques that Shanks could teach Luffy, let's first talk about what motivated Luffy to get stronger and how through his first training he managed to become even stronger. Luffy from the beginning learned to use his abilities by himself. Even though he was raised by Dayton, who led a very strong group, she never taught him the basic concept of combat, so Luffy had to learn it for himself. Through his creativity, Luffy was able to create many amazing techniques to be able to use along with his rubber devil fruit powers, so that he could beat his opponents even if he had a fruit not so suitable for battles. After growing up and heading to the sea to achieve his dreams, Luffy gradually formed his crew, recruiting many very powerful and skilled members to join him so that they could also fulfill their dreams. During much of his adventure, Luffy never worried about getting stronger. His constant evolution came through his experiences in combat. As he fought against powerful opponents, his abilities also evolved. Luffy consequently also created new techniques to use in conjunction with his devil fruit, so that he would have a greater variety of techniques to use during combat, thus having a greater chance of defeating his opponents. In the Skypiea arc, haki was introduced, but very vaguely. Its concept had not yet been developed, so our knowledge of haki until that moment was practically none, so no one knew about that power. After many arcs without any training, Luffy and the Straw Hat Pirates go to the Sabaody Archipelago, where they meet Rayleigh, a former member of Goldie Roger's crew, being his right-hand man. Knowing Luffy's accomplishments and seeing the close resemblance he had to his captain, Rayleigh and Luffy form a great friendship. Rayleigh even offered to tell the truth about One Piece and the story about the Void Century to Luffy and Nico Robin, but as expected the two refused, as they say they would like to achieve their dreams for themselves, making Rayleigh even more proud of the determination that the Straw Hat Pirates possessed, trusting their faith that the Straw Hat Pirates would be the next to find One Piece. After the worst generation pirates wreak havoc on the Sabaody Archipelago and draw the attention of Sekai Sifu and the Marines, Bartholomew Kuma is sent along with Kizaru and some Marines to stop the pirates. Kizaru begins to defeat several pirates of the worst generation, while Kuma faces the Straw Hat Pirates. During his confrontation against the Straw Hat Pirates, Kuma demonstrates that their their strength is insignificant compared to his power, being able to easily defend himself from the attacks of any Straw Hat pirate. Despite appearing that Kuma was fighting the Straw Hat pirates just to capture them and take them to the Marines, his goals were very different. He was there to protect them. To prevent Kizaru from fighting the Straw Hat pirates, he decided to fight them all, so that he could send each Straw Hat pirate to a different location, a place where they would be safe from the Marines and away from Kizaru. But the Straw Hat pirates, especially Luffy, didn't know their real objective. Every time Kuma touched a Straw Hat pirate with his devil fruit, Luffy thought he was eliminating them. Desperate Luffy could just watch his comrades disappear. He remarked that his strength would be of no use at that moment. Luffy for the first time felt weak. Because he really wasn't strong enough, he was unable to defeat Kuma. While he thought about it, one by one all his companions disappeared, until his turn came. Without being able to do anything, he is also hit by the power of the devil fruit that Kuma had, making him disappear. After his crew is separated, Luffy is sent to the island of Boa Hancock, after several events that end with him forming a great friendship with her. Luffy decides to participate in a great battle when he finds out where his brother Ace had been captured and was about to lose his life. Luffy realizes again that his strength was insufficient to save a friend. About to give up everything, Jinbe reminds him that he has friends who will always be by his side, even though he's not the strongest pirate in the world, and he needs to protect them. Luffy is determined to get even stronger and decides to start training, but training alone wouldn't be enough for him to get enough strength to be able to help his friends if necessary. Rayleigh then appears to train him, teaching a concept that was introduced a long time ago, but now it would be explained correctly how this power works. Rayleigh then teaches Luffy how to use the 3 types of haki. This so that he could face Logia users and also be able to adapt haki the way he wanted. That's exactly what Luffy did. With haki he was able to adapt his gear, allowing him to use 3 transformations that would increase his abilities. With Shanks, Luffy could learn to use his haki better, so that he could match that of a Yonko. Not only that, Shanks could also teach him about a new concept of haki. He can also master the still unknown advanced Kenbunchika haki. It is said that this haki is capable of predicting the future, but so far we have only seen a little of its full potential, and with that training Shanks could teach Luffy to use it, because he could use it to be able to predict surprise attacks from his opponents, or even predict the moves that his enemy will make, as if he were really seeing the future, something that Shanks is shown to have the ability to do. Or maybe he's able to learn a new concept related to Kenbunchika haki, giving Luffy an even greater sensory ability, just like Enels, who possessed the ability to know everything that was going on in Skypiea, making Luffy practically invincible, being able to know everything that is happening around him, being able to maybe feel the reach of an island, or even a city. As we know, within the One Piece universe there are several techniques that the characters do in honor or reference to another devil fruit user. One of these examples is Luffy's Red Hawk that references his brother Ace, or even Law's new room that allows him to create a sphere that nullifies all sound that is inside that sphere, referencing Corazon. So nothing would stop Luffy from being able to create a technique with Kenbunchika haki that would allow him to possess all of Enel's sensory abilities. So there is a great possibility that Shanks will be the one who will train Luffy, so that in the future he can face very strong opponents at Yonko level, as the era of Shanks may be ending, so he would pass his legacy on to Luffy. But now I want to know about your opinion. Will Shanks be able to train Luffy in the future? What techniques or skills can Luffy acquire from this training? Is there a possibility that Luffy can get sensory abilities like Enel's? Leave your opinion in the comments. Thanks to all of you for watching the video to the end. I hope you enjoyed the content and information in today's video. We hope that we will always continue together talking about the news of the anime and the manga, so comment your doubts, news, or what you think will happen in the anime in the future. Also comment on the new videos you want to see here on the channel. We'll see you again in the next video. I'll wait for you here. Bye.